Let's talk about jobs and the economy. You have said Florida is heading in the wrong direction, and you've accused Rick Scott of running Florida like a CEO. Those were your words. And some would
Actually,
say,
I
well,
said like a business.
like
but-
a business.
Right.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Regardless, why not? So, I mean, some would say he should be a CEO or running it like a business. How should the governor be running the state?
I think the governor should be running the state with an understanding that this is not a dictatorship. We have 3 branches of government, co-equal branches of government. And I think that that's been part of the problem with his administration, is that he believes he doesn't have to talk to the legislators and understand the legislative process. As I mentioned with the Medicaid, and it's not only Medicaid, there are many areas where if he had met with legislative leadership, and the leaders are of his own party, so he has a much easier time than I had as the minority leader, the Democratic minority leader, having to go across the aisle and work with Republican colleagues in the Senate, which I did on many occasions, to either pass or defeat legislation.
Would tax cuts have any chance in a Nan Rich budget? Would you? Is that something that you could?
Well, right now, I would say that I'm talking about how we can provide strong, critical public services to people. So I would start with public education. We have reduced our funding to public education, even though the governor wants to say that we have increased. Yeah, we decreased and then we increased it by less, and it's still below the 2007 funding levels. So, and my question would be, do we want to leave 75,000 children on waiting lists for childcare? Do we want to leave 22,000 people waiting for community care for the elderly so they don't have to go into nursing homes? I think you need to look at the services and needs in the state of Florida. And we have cut and cut. I think now we need to look at having the proper resources in place to cover these needs. And that's what I would be looking at.